여러분 안녕하세요. 오늘 좀 특별한 레시피 영상을 올리는데요. 친한 교회 동생이 제 초코칩쿠키 레시피 영상을 만들어 달라고 했고 다른 구독자님께서 좀 더 건강한 레시피를 요청하셔서 버터와 밀가루 없는 초코칩쿠키와 브라운버터 초코칩쿠키를 나누어 보려고 합니다. 겉은 바삭, 안은 쫀득한 초코칩쿠키? 그럼 같이 만들어 볼까요? Firstly, melt half a cup of unsalted butter over low to medium heat. We're basically going to be making brown butter here. Make sure you keep on stirring. Browning the butter will give your cookies a deep and nutty flavour. Transfer the brown butter to a medium bowl to cool down slightly before you add in 2 tablespoons of cold unsalted butter. My cookies require 3 types of sugar, so firstly half a cup of soft dark brown sugar, a quarter cup of soft light brown sugar, and a quarter cup of demerara sugar. Once the butter and sugar have fully combined, add 1 whole egg and 2 egg yolks. This will make your cookies a lot chewier. We can't forget the vanilla extract, of course. These cookies need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Stir this all together, and next we're going to chop 200 grams of dark chocolate. It's best to use chocolate which has minimum 72% cocoa solids. You can also add half a cup of slightly toasted nuts such as walnuts, almonds, pecans, but it's really up to you. I prefer to chop my chocolate just because it gives my cookies a more rustic and homemade look. For the dry ingredients, you'll need 3/4 cups of strong whole wheat flour and a cup of plain flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt. The strong flour is really important because it makes your cookies a lot chewier and tender, as it has a lot more protein and gluten content than normal plain flour. You want to add in the chopped chocolate when the flour isn't completely combined. This just makes sure that you don't overmix your dough. Cover your cookie dough with cling film and place in the fridge for minimum 12 hours. I left mine overnight. So the next morning I took out my dough and using a cookie scoop, I scooped out even balls and I rolled them out in my hands and placed them on a baking tray. You can do this as soon as they come out of the oven, but before I took these off to the oven, I just sprinkled over some flaky sea salt. The salt just helps to balance the sweetness. For the remaining dough, I just place this into a plastic bag and I'm going to freeze this for later. So whenever you feel like having a cookie, you can always bake these off straight away in a preheated oven. For the rest, I'm going to bake the cookies at 180 degrees for 12 to 14 minutes. To make the beautiful cracks on top, as soon as you take the cookies out, bang the tray on a flat work surface. Now for the no butter gluten-free cookies, melt a 1/4 cup of coconut oil in the microwave and chop 100 grams of the same dark chocolate as we used before. To a medium bowl, add 1/2 cup of coconut sugar, followed by the melted coconut oil. We're also going to be adding 1/3 cup of nut butter of your choice. I use peanut butter here, but almond butter works really well too. Mix this all well together. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and we're also going to be adding 1 egg here. You can substitute this with a flax egg if you want to veganize this recipe. Instead of normal flour, we're going to be using half a cup of coconut flour, as well as half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Also add in your chopped chocolate here, and then just fold all the ingredients together. I also decided to add 4 tablespoons of rolled oats. I used a spoon here to scoop out around 2 tablespoons of cookie dough, and I rolled them out into balls like this, and I placed them onto a lined tray just as I did with the brown butter cookies, and I flattened them slightly just to give them a bit more shape. Sprinkle these with flaky sea salt and then bake these off at 180 degrees for 10 to 14 minutes. I also made one big cookie using the remaining dough, as you can see here. These turned out so much better than I expected them to be. So here I've got some really pretty flowers for taking some photos. You can't have cookies without milk, right? So I pour myself a glass of almond milk. Here I am breaking a freshly baked cookie in half. As you can see, the chocolate is still so melted and warm and gooey and delicious. This is to die for, guys. Now for the other cookie. This also is so chewy and tender and soft. I feel like you guys will like both recipes, whether you're feeling like a healthier version or a naughtier version. 이번 레시피 영상 봐주신 분들께 또 감사하고요. 레시피는 아래에 있는 링크 꼭 눌러주세요. 그럼 안녕.